Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So I hear people complaining about PlayStation 2 emulators and PSP emulators and PlayStation 1 emulators on the PlayStation Plus. Because recently PlayStation Plus really started bringing a bunch of classic games, and it's one of the reasons why I resubscribed and became a member of PlayStation Plus, because, you know, it gives me these classic games, and I want to see how they run through PlayStation 5 emulated. And a lot of people seem to be complaining about it. I personally haven't experienced that, to be honest. And yes, I'm playing, you know, on my OLED 4K TV. It's upscaled, of course. And these games automatically will be upscaled. Your television will upscale them no matter what. Is there latency? Look, whenever you're emulating something, there's going to be a little bit of latency. But it's not horrible. Like, well, I want people to understand, my whole point of this video is to say, hey, it's not great, but it's not horrible either. It's somewhere in between. It's playable. That's what I'm trying to say. It's playable, and I'm going to show you this one game called the Summoner, and it's clearly playable. No issues, okay? And that's the whole point of this video. So let's start up. Here we go. I don't know if you guys remember this game. This is back in 2000 when the PlayStation 2 was released. This is one of the launch games. Summoner 2000 by Volition Incorporated, and it was published by THQ. You know, THQ was pretty good back then, man. People got to show some love to THQ, all right? THQ. I would love to see THQ come back, like in a big way. This looks good, man. Look. Let's start the new game.
I am Joseph of Suran, Joseph of Masad, farmer, cutter, plowman, Sahugani, summoner. 9 years ago, I destroyed the village of Suran with a power I could neither control nor understand.
Yo, this brings back memories, man. This brings back deja vu, nostalgia.
9 years ago,
PlayStation 2 has to be the greatest console ever made. I can honestly say this. Now, as an old geezer as I am, 45 years old, I can say PlayStation 2 has to be one of the greatest consoles of all time. Period.
So I left the ruins of Suran.
Every game was great. Everything about that console is just perfect. Perfect. Top notch, man.
An old beggar who had come to Suran.
And plus you had DVD player built into it. I remember returning my Toshiba to Circuit City and say, well, why are you returning your Toshiba? It's a great Toshiba DVD player. Says, sir, I can watch my Gladiator movie. I can watch the X-Men on the DVD on my PlayStation 2, and I can watch The Matrix also on my DVD player built inside the PlayStation 2, sir. And the guy laughed at me and says, I understand. He said, you're not the only one returning the Toshiba. A lot of people are returning Toshiba. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Toshiba DVD player. I want people to say it was an excellent DVD player, but when you have PlayStation 2 built-in DVD player, like, yo.
And that is where my story begins.
THQ. So what's wrong with this? There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, it looks good. The quality is good. I don't understand the complaint. I think people are just looking for
The
something to
year was
complain.
596
I'm grateful
Wardo
that PlayStation Plus is giving me this.
300 years after the Medieval
I'm
Empire,
grateful for both
1,000 years after the fall of
Xbox
Ikanos,
Game Pass and
12,000
PlayStation Plus.
years
Like I
after
said
the
this
Third
yesterday,
Renegade
if it wasn't for the
and the
Xbox Game
Fura
Pass
of God
and if
the
it wasn't for the
Sublime.
PlayStation Plus, there's just no way I'd be able to give you any content. I wouldn't be able to afford, you know, to buy any of these games. This is good, man. You know,
Murad the Usurper, Emperor of Orenia, a realm far to the north across the sea.
I don't
invaded
understand.
the
Like,
shores of the kingdom of Medieval.
oh yeah, but we want it to
Led
be,
by
you
the
know,
infamous
better,
four
smoother,
riders,
60
Murad's
FPS.
soldiers laid waste to the villages
Look, man.
along the Dahu River.
You got to be grateful sometimes. All right.
One night,
I'm grateful that
in
that we even
Masada,
have
the
these
soldiers
games
were looking for a
brought
boy
back to
with
life
mark
on a
his head.
PlayStation Plus. All right. I'm grateful for that.
The mark of the Summoner.
Summoner. Yeah. I mean, who's with me? Come on, guys. Who's with me today? I'm not saying that, that these emulated PlayStation 2 games are super great on the PS5, but I'm not going to say that they're super bad either. They're playable, they're good, and we should be grateful that we have something like PlayStation Plus that gives us these classic games, and I'm very grateful for that. So, is there latency? Yeah, there's a little bit of latency, of course. But hey, I get to play this game, and it's included. And I know people can say, yeah, but Sony should do a better job. I agree, sure. We all want our companies to do a better job. We want them to bring us PlayStation 3 backward compatible games as well. But I'm not going to complain about something that's included for free. All right, it's part of the PlayStation Plus subscription, and it's included. Is it great? Is it super perfect? Hey, man, this is a 24 years old game. They're bringing you 24 years old game back to life. Okay? Is it perfect? No. Is it playable? Yes. Am I grateful that it's here? Included on PlayStation Plus? Yes. And you too should be grateful. That's all I'm saying. Alright? Yes, today I'm giving some love to PlayStation. Because I'm a gamer, okay? I told you, when PlayStation does something right, I will give them credit. And right now, PlayStation Plus has been doing a lot of good things. They've been pumping out some great games on PlayStation Plus, like Final Fantasy Rebirth, which I want to play. Call of Cthulhu, you've seen me play that the other day. The other last night, yeah. Although I couldn't finish it, I was too tired. And now we have this. This is Joseph Friend Mulek. Joseph can talk to nearby friendly characters by pressing X. You guys have to remember, this is 2000. A role-playing game like this, man, was a pretty big deal for a launch title. This is a launch title that came out. This was like the very first PlayStation 2 role-playing game. Yes, PlayStation 1 had their own role-playing games, but this was like a PS2, next generation PS2 2000 role-playing game. So this was like a pretty big deal. I think Adam Sessler talked in a great detail with Morgan Webb. Back in the days, younger, Morgan Webb and younger Adam Sessler. Man, I would love to have Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb do like a show with me, have a podcast with them, man. I gotta get in touch with him, like through Skype or Zoom or something. It would be, if they choose to do so. I don't know. Because this is like my generation. This is like, back in the days, my good old days. You know what I mean? And I know for those of you who follow me, you are my generation as well. I know I also got some younger people too watching. So if you're watching this, remember this was a pretty big deal. This was a pretty big deal for role-playing game. The graphics were a pretty big deal. Everything you see here back then, 24 years ago. I know it's hard for you to believe that, but 24 years ago, this was a big deal, and still is kind of. Talk to Mulek. We worked in the fields, planting wheat and rye, and the day's shadow grew long. Over Nerdo's hill I saw them ride, for horsemen with an army of butchers close behind. A horseman, you say? When Joseph is talking to a character, the dialogue appears in the top half of the window, the bottom half of the window. Joseph can ask about, okay. When a topic has been covered, it is removed from the topic list. New topics are added to the list as more information is uncovered. You say horseman, do you? Okay, access to the new topics also can be gained after completing a quest or talking to the other characters. He has quite a bit to tell to Joseph, so go ahead and continue talking to him. So there's a lot of talking in this game. It's an RPG, it's a role-playing game. Okay. You say a horseman. Half man, half beast. Villains from a bard's song. They carved poor wrong in the half and attacked us with the arrows of more arrows. Arrows of flame. We who survived are too scared to stay and too scared to run. Very well, my friend. Remember that many characters in the Summoners have important and interesting things to say. Talk to everyone you can. So yeah, there's a lot of talking here. It's a role-playing game, right? You got to do a lot of that. Okay, so this is your skills, combat, push, dodge. This is the skills menu. Along the top of the menu are the 6 different categories of skills: combat, stealth, creation, examination, weapons, and spells. You can scroll between the various categories by moving left or right. Okay, we got it. I got it. Got it. So you got your melee weapons, right? You got your skills, and you got your spells to heal. And upgrading your spells, so you can use spells and your sword. So you can switch between your sword and spell. Okay. Now I can heal myself. There it is. Alright, so before I end this video, I want to say one more thing. Is there a little bit of latency? Yes, but guys, it's playable. It's not horrible. It's not that I don't understand your complaint. Yeah, sure, we want, you know, Sony to do a far better job. We want them to make this to be 16:9. We want this to run smoother. And I get it. What Alex says, oh no, it's Alex, he's right. You know, if you have individuals in their mama's basement making these PlayStation 2 games run better, then Sony shouldn't have any excuses for this either. And I agree on that. I'm not like disagreeing with you guys, all right? I just want you to know that I'm not disagreeing. What I'm simply saying is we should be grateful that we have this. And that's all I'm saying. I'm just grateful that it's included. Should Sony do a far better job on this? Of course. They should bring back these games after 24 years to a much better condition, of course. And the latency should be much lower, of course. But hey, it's playable. It's playable. I can play it. And, you know, for a game like this, I don't need, you know, 60 FPS. I don't need, you know, 120 FPS. It would be nice. It would be nice. But I want to end the video by saying this. I hear what you're saying. I get it. But at the same time, we have to be grateful that we even have this. included on a PlayStation Plus. Yes, I know you can get your PC, you can get these games, but some people, they don't know how to do that. Some people, they're not, tech PC savvy guys, and they don't have time to be going through all these different, hoops, to jump through all these different hoops to figure out how to run a emulator, to figure out how to install the emulator and how to get it to run and all that. So I'm grateful that we have something like this. Okay? That's included. So there you go. That's my opinion on the Summoner's PlayStation 2 emulated game that's running on PS5. You can also play this on streaming, but why would you stream this when you can just download it? It's not that big of a file. That's like what, maybe 1 gigabyte or something like that. Maybe 2 gigabytes. I don't know, how big is this thing? How big? 3 gigabytes. 2.98 gigabyte. 3 gigabytes. Right, so you should download it. Alright, well, there you have it, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? Thank you for watching.